let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about being a hero, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. Of course, give me that Arthur Fonzarelli thumbs up like so I say hey. And of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram. Snapchat, I'm Young Dago. And that's right, we're talking about being a hero, because you know what we're all about here in the VCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, where I help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis, help you naturally raise your HGH and your testosterone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about being a hero. And yes, man, this was all inspired from the flow of the day, and one of the greatest quotes of all times, and I like to even say it in a lot of my videos, is with great power comes great responsibility. And I guess that was a Stan Lee quote himself. May he rest in peace. We're talking about Spider-Man, but the real reason I heard that is because of the song Hero by Nickelback. And why wouldn't I? Because you know me, man. I love my music. I love my movies. And any which way that can get you smiling, it's doing something right. And that's really what it all comes down to. I mean, it doesn't matter about, whatever's putting you in that mood to just really putting that smile on your face is getting you back to the source of what we really are anyways. Because like I was saying in like some of my past other videos, like, happiness and what we always are is tethered to the happiness, the source energy that we all have. And it's just that, the more further out that you go, you forget, what you got coming with you. And it's just like, if you can always bring the happy with you, that's when you're winning. And that's why I always say, if you're grinning, you're winning. And that's why I always got to start my day with the gratitude attitude. So go ahead, every single day before my feet hit the ground, go ahead and take this breath with me. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful, because gratitude is the attitude, and that's what you got to go with. You got to be in that receptive mode to really grow and just give appreciation that you're here, that you got, you got a shot. Shot at what? Shot at life. And yes, man, I'm just, coming back from my, going to the gym, eating a whole large pizza. I'm back at it again. You know me, always doing my Wu-Wei flow, the path of least resistance. It's, Tao practice where you're not going with necessarily, doing things in a specific order. You're just doing them as they come to really just, experience the day with the maximum benefit, with the least amount of resistance. And when we're talking about, maximum, we're talking about making that huge piece of meat swing at the knees, throb to the pecs, making you your best. We're talking about, just not having the resistance of, anything getting in your way. And when it comes down to being a hero, like I'm saying today, with this whole, about just pretty much getting out of your own way and always understanding that, you are meant to be here. And some people might not consider themselves a hero, and they say that all heroes don't wear capes, and are all heroes necessarily hung. I like to think that they are. I like to think that most heroes can, can be a sexual expression of the manifestation of what they're expressing through, the act of being a hero. And I know that, like I say, man, all truths are true. You just got to find the ones to make you. And when we're going with this flow, you're understanding that everybody out there, this can go in the esoteric, excuse me, just getting over a cold, you know what I mean? I'm feeling beautiful about it, man. You see me the other day, man. I'm not letting it slow me down from being who I am. And essentially, you can always grab energy at any given time. But what we're talking about here is, there's archetypes, like some people might call them like the Joker, the hero. I think there, there's like a specific number or whatever about how many different types of characters that you can portray. And an archetype can be something, like even utilizing a person as an archetype. Like you can utilize Rocky Balboa, absolutely. You can utilize Conor McGregor. You can utilize anybody, Mike Tyson, whoever is somebody that, is an inspiration that made it, that is manifested through the masses. That is something that you can essentially tap into. But when we're talking about, like the hero mentality, like being the one that, is the one that's going to save the day type of thing, like that's just, obviously usually a testosterone driven guy. I got that HGH going, and if you tap into the hero within you, that's going to definitely help you release all these beautiful gifts that you naturally have within you. And when we're talking about, being able to be the hero of the day, it's not necessarily going out there and, saving the old lady with the purse, or, grabbing a baby out of a burning building or whatever. Not to say that you can't do that, but I mean, it's not, and obviously it's not like, like being like George Costanza. Yeah, I was watching a Seinfeld today too, and that's really what got this going. Is I was watching when George was in a building. he's in a building that's on fire, and there's like women and children around, and he freaks out, and he pushes all the little kids and the old women out of the way to run out of the building. And I mean, that's like, obviously that's like a coward, but it's hysterical, it makes you laugh, and that kind of taps into the Joker aspect of what that really is. And then, of course, when he was talking about Bozo the Clown, and the clown didn't know because it was Eric the Clown, he's like, who's Bozo the Clown? You're living in the past, man. Bozo was the clown from the 60s. And I thought, I thought that was hilarious. You know what I mean, man? Like I say, anytime that you're smiling, you're doing something right. And if you got to, like I say, man, if you got to scroll on the gram, if you got to look at things that are just kind of taking you back to the source energy of just smiling, that's taking you back to what we all really are. And that's why I say sometimes the best heroes are the ones that make you laugh. And whenever you laugh and you're shining in your best light, you're coming back to that source energy that we all are. And I feel that we are all from the stars, and whatever's inside of me is inside of you. It's inside the blue. And when we're going with that flow, you know me, I got to show you that the energy is true. And we're going to just go ahead and grab that mind and muscle connection. You know what I'm doing right now. You know when I'm going. You know when I'm growing. We're talking about the mind is the wielder of muscle. Paramahansa Yogananda is the one that says this, the one that brought yoga to the West, helping people become their best. And when we're talking about utilizing the mind-muscle connection, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger, you got Lee Priest, so many other bodybuilders out there that really believe in the pump. Not about how much weight that you lift, and doesn't matter about how many sets that you got. All that matters is you got a breath, you got a shot, and you can make the muscle appear. Because like I say, if you want beauty to appear, you gotta keep this clear. Be a clear conduit for growth. Let that grow just flow when you're pumping. And that's what I always go with every single time. And whenever you're at the gym, you ain't got to rhyme, but you can go ahead and go with saying some positive mantras along the way to really just help you appreciate what you got. And ones that I love to say is I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder abundantly. And then one for the muscles, I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. And then, of course, I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. I say that at any given time. And those are the ones you really got to go with throughout the day to let you know that you're alive. But when you really want to just get that pump going, and I'm right here, Detroit, Rock City, one at a time, long hair flowing, skin glowing, body knowing, and spirit knowing, and body growing that I'm doing something right. And I'm sweating right here, just out of my pure energy, letting you know that you can make anything happen. And when you got really good last rep out, you go ahead and you scream and you shout, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, man, 2020 getting lit, getting huge. It's a beautiful thing, beautiful flow, beautiful grow. Whew, something that you ought to know. Whew, it's a beautiful thing. You guys are all the heroes within, man. And for that, I say salute. Oh yeah, man, I'm telling you. I've been, like I said in the other video, I was talking about spite, and it was really me talking about how to handle, working out, and being sick pretty much. And like I said, I got over that hump today, and I find that there's so many different techniques. The other day I had a cold shower that really helped me get through it. And today, I was back in the gym, sweating it out like per usual. And like I say, man, whenever you're going through, recovery, the best way to do is to go off feel. And that essentially is what keeps everything, it's what keeps it all going and growing. Because it doesn't matter what somebody says or how to do this, that, or the other. You are your own resistance. You are your own meter. You are your own source that's going to tell you if you're doing it right. And your feeling is the truth, man. Like, that's what you're going to feel. The feeling is real. So if you obviously know that you should be sleeping today, that's something you should do. But at the same time, like I say, man, you're better off, to me, continuing as is. Like, don't let anything slow you down, man. You got to keep yourself flowing, keep yourself growing. And then, essentially sometimes, you got to be able to take a rest, take a break. And if you're somebody that, obviously doesn't get a lot of rest and a lot of breaks, and that could be, the universe telling you maybe it's time to take a nap, time to take it easy. But if you're somebody that doesn't work out a lot, and you're just getting into it, like, maybe you need to be more adamant about it. And there's always a way of doing something, you know what I mean? Like, there's no wrong way at this, is really what it comes down to. But if you're going to the gym or whatever type of exercise that you're doing, especially like when you're recovering or whatever, you can always, you always know your level. And I feel that you don't have to, obviously you're not going to want to, pop the clutch and just, just like go extra hard like you usually do. But, you kind of figure out that meter as you go. And I just feel that as long as you're doing something, you're always heading into the right direction of the grow. Because the mind is the wielder of muscle anyways. And everything else that we're doing essentially is, collective beliefs. Like I say, I don't discredit science, but I don't discredit magic. And when you're utilizing collective beliefs of, about how science says that you got to do this and that to be able to manifest muscle, and you're tapping into that type of energy, then that's something that's going to help you out. And that's something that, that is a beautiful thing. And then you got also, then you got to just listen to your own intuition, man. Like I said, if you really want to go hard and your body feels like you can do it, that's what you got to do. And you feel, hey, sometimes you can just push right through it, blow the dust off of it, and it was already gone. But I feel like with the flow that I do, the best thing to go about is to not let it, define you. And like I said, was saying, a lot of people, whenever they go and they get that cold or whatever, they gotta tell everybody about how down they're feeling, and it's like, why do you gotta watch your words every single day and just listen to what you're saying about yourself. Like, like a lot of, like I was saying the other day, like a lot of older, like Babs type, coffee house bras, like, yeah, I ran down sick as a dog, like those type of, people that are always talking about how, how their ailments and how they're sick. That's no good for nobody. And I'm just telling you, if you ain't got anything positive to say about yourself, then you shouldn't be saying anything negative. That's all I'm saying. But unless you are that Joker archetype, which we're coming into, you know what I mean? That's the, instead of being the hero where you're saving everybody, the Joker is somebody that, is the one that's making everybody laugh. And I always feel that, the Joker is a hero in the sense that, you're bringing laughter to people. And I feel that laughter is, like I said, getting us back to our own source energy of what we all naturally are anyways. Like, that's like the source of excitement of what brings us here. Because, I feel that we're all made from excitement. Essentially, that's how creation is created. You know what I mean? People that were having sex, they were pretty happy to do it. If you're a surrogate, there was some excitement right there with the paperwork and getting the people lined up to connect the dots. People are excited to create people. And I feel that when you get to the excitement and just the laughter and that type of energy, like that's what we all really are. And when you're talking about, you know, the archetype of a Joker, or like, you know, being a hero or whatever, like I said, the Joker, you know, if you're making people laugh, you're a hero. You know, that's a hero to me anytime, any day of the week. But if you're playing yourself as the Joker, that's where you got to recalibrate and reevaluate. Is this worth what we're saying? Which is why, you know, I always preach the triple D. And no, we ain't talking dangerous drives, Guy Fieri. We're talking don't doubt your dick. We're talking about don't make your shtick, unless this is what you do and you're making people laugh, and by all means you keep doing it, man. You're making people smile. But if you're making yourself the you know, the joke where it's just hurting your, you know, your ego and or your persona and the way that you're feeling and your manifestations, and that's something that you need to, you know, recheck and recalibrate. And like I said, man, is it worth, you know, doubting your guy down there and, you know, making fun of what you got to get the laugh? Because I feel like there's plenty of things that you can laugh at and smile about. But like I said, man, if that's your thing, you keep doing you, boo-boo. You know what I mean? Hey, boo-boo. But you know what I'm getting at. So anyways, man, believe in what you got, man. I believe in you. You got to understand that we are all divine. And essentially, when you're holding that down there, you're holding a piece of God. And I know that might sound so many different ways, but, you know, nonetheless, I mean, we're talking about, you know, we're all created, you know, through, you know, love. And whenever I'm talking about love, man, I always got to, you know, share my favorite matrix hack. We're talking about the chakra system. We're talking about, you got that, you know, you got the third eye roaring back there, dripping that DMT. Joe Rogan, you know what I'm saying. We're talking about love. Talking about the most powerful chakra that we got, that is, you know, essentially what we all are anyways. And whenever you're going out there today, you have somebody come across your mind, and just, you know, whether the thought's good, bad, and neutral, just intend on that person, that soul, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day. You just hacked the matrix. You just made the world a better place. And to me, that's what a hero does anyways. It's always about, you know, spreading love. And that's really what it comes down to today. You know, being the hero is all about, you know, not necessarily, you know, like I said, being the one saving somebody out of a burning building, but it's about saving yourself. And, you know, and you got to be your own hero sometimes. You got to save yourself from yourself. And that's really what it comes down to. Because you're the one that's got the power to do it. You got the power to change at any given time. And of course, like I say, man, I know a lot of people around here don't like me so much. But then I see it change. And the way you guys like me. And I say, if I could change, you could change. Everybody could change. You know, I had to throw a quick Rocky Balboa at you. I knew I was going to get it in there some way. You know how I'm going with this and how we're growing. And we're talking about being the heroes that we all are, man. Just, you know, respect yourself. Spread the love every which way that you can. Understand that we're here to grow. Understand that, you know, you belong here. And you are saving the world. Because it all starts with self-love and taking care of what's in here. Like I said, man, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. You got to self-love yourself. You got to understand that you're a beautiful person. You know, I got that hair flowing today, man. And you got to understand that you got to love yourself, man. You are worth being here. You're worth being alive, man. And the more that you love you, the more that the love's going to come through. And like I said, when you're spreading the love out there, the more it's going to come back. It's the yin and the yang. It's the flow to the grow. It's how we go, man. That's really what it comes down to, man. So when we're talking about, you know, being a hero, you ain't got to wait on any. We're not going to stand here and wait. Had to hit a Nickelback lyric at you real quick. You know how I go with that, man. But you know what I'm saying, man. You know, Spider-Man, whatever. You know, we're talking about, you know, be your own hero, man. We're talking about being the giants that we are. We're talking about not worried about the gremlins at your feet or stomping on your best friend's house, because we got that huge piece of meat swinging between the knees, throbbing to the pecs, making you your best. Give it a kiss. How you doing? We're talking about being up here because we're huge. You know what I mean? Just being that huge giant of love, not worrying about anything below, because, you know, gremlins can't touch you, man. We're up here, and that's what it all comes down to, man. Be the hero that you have within. You guys are beautiful. We're gonna have plenty more beautiful experiences along the way, and like I say, man, really get at me in the BCC. and can teach you the more hands-on techniques, the masturbation for manifestation. We're talking about the Kegels, the Super Edge, and the Super Kegels. You know, we're talking about, you know, techniques that, you know, that flow through me, man, because I'm tuned into this, and I'm getting profound results, and I'm here to help you manifest the best. And I'm here to help you be your own version, have you become the hero that you have within, man, because everybody's a hero. And that's really what it comes down to, man. Start saving yourself, start spreading love everywhere that you go, and start loving yourself. So I intend on you guys to spread some love today. Feel some love today. Feel beautiful. Spread that magic, because we are all magic and divine. Make sure, and the universe is on our side. But like I said, man, make sure you follow me on my social media. Check out my cat C, a couple Pekingeses. My wolf and my bear always there. We're going to have so many cameos this year. Some travel. Beautiful things are always coming along the way. I love you guys. I'll be seeing you around. Peace.